Okay, so here we are. Another day in Brownsville from the We Are Closed studios. Now, although I am not sponsored by them, I would personally like to thank Full Throttle Energy Drink. It's better than coffee. Today, if you like my ramblings, then please like and subscribe. I know it's been a couple of days since I've done this, and quite frankly, I don't know who's going to interrupt me today. But I got natural lighting. I like the shadow play between the brilliance of the day and the darkness of my tomb. So, here in the hood, in this little shop, my apartment, out back, I get woke up by some strange things. I got woke up by a hooker knocking on my front door at 3 in the morning, wanting to know if I had a cigarette to smoke, because my front porch light was on. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. I got woke up one time at 6 in the morning by a middle-aged black man who kept yelling out, "Big fella! Hey, hey, big fella!" Never did find out what he wanted. But he did knock on my door a lot. This morning, what woke me up? Well, see, we have a lot of rats in the neighborhood. So, as having a natural food source, we have a lot of cats in the neighborhood. And I woke up this morning to an absolute ballroom brawl going on. There is at least 8 cats in this huge, just cat fur tornado of fighting going on over, I guess, the carcass of about 3 rats. Apparently some cat was fighting over its territory, some other cat decided to fight over what it was hunting, and another cat decided to fight because the other cats were fighting. If you've ever heard 2 cats go at it, it's loud enough. But if you've ever had or heard 8 or more cats fighting and the noise they make, it'll wake you up out of a drunken stupor. Now, one time, I got woke up by, about 2 years ago, back before we got the lights installed down on, I think it's Green Street, at about 2:30 in the morning, there was a knocking at the front door of my shop. So I walked all the way from my apartment through the storeroom to the front of the shop to check out on the security monitors what was going on. And there was this guy in a kind of a weird, suit, kind of, with one shoe in his hand, and he's banging on the front door. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not letting strange people into my shop at 2 in the morning. Or I should say, sketchy people. Because this SOB was sketchy as AF. So, he hung out there for about a good 45 minutes, lightly banging against the door with his shoe. Then he took off. Looked like he walked out off the front porch, crossed the parking lot, and took a left heading up the street. That's the last I saw of him. 2 days later, after discovering he left a shoe he was banging on the door with on my front porch, he wound up getting killed. Apparently, he was running from somebody that night and decided, I guess, that he decided he was going to stop at my shop in the middle of the night and knock on the door, but I guess he expected somebody to be there to let him in so he could hide out. Or at least that's what I assume. And when he got no response, he just decided to go on down the road and try to find someplace else he could hide. Eventually, somebody caught up with him and killed him. Left him down in the pits, back down by the railroad tracks out here. Missing a shoe. Yes, the sheriffs came knocking on my front door because they had followed him through certain shops' cameras, and since they knew I had security on my shop, they wanted to see if I knew anything. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know something. Here's the tape, and here's his shoe. That was an interesting morning. Nothing will wake you up quicker than having the cops knock on your front door and ask you, "Sir, we're investigating a murder in your neighborhood. Could you possibly help us?" "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be at your service. What can I help you with? Do you have a timestamp for this?" Because, see, at the time, I was selling guns. Not illegally. My shop had all the certifications and everything. We were selling legit. I actually kind of miss those days. The profits were phenomenal. You would be surprised about the markup on handguns and firearms in general. Excuse me. Tell you, one of these days, Doc's going to look at me and says, "Mr. Williams, we're going to have to do surgery and replace your lungs." I'd be like, right. But the markup on guns, even my shop was like one of the cheaper ones because we were trying to make sales. And I remember buying I think it was a CT-45. And this gun sold for $449. The mark gun was about $200. We were selling it for $150 over cost. And at the time, since I was working solely on commission, my commission sales was half of profits before taxes. So, yeah. Good money. Make a couple of gun sales in a day, man, I was set for the rest of the month. But, what else have I been woken up by? Gunshots. Got woke up by gunshots. I suspected sometime or another one would come whizzing through the shop, but that has yet to happen. Knock on wood. But I've heard them all over the place, all through the neighborhood. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think of what was the strangest one I got woke up by. Because there was one that was really weird. I had it. It was on the tip of my tongue. The hooker fight. Got woke up by a hooker fight once. Started in the back yard by the fence line. Came out around the side of the house. Up to the front. and out onto the main street. Yep. Pulling off weave, throwing cans, slinging underwear, and slinging obscenities. Damn sure enough woke up the entire neighborhood. Anyways, that's been my rant for the day. Like and share and subscribe, baby.